YouTube, what's up? It's your girl McCar from Cougar's Closet. So listen, my eyes ramming all together, but I was in the midst of, too, though, of kind of just, having me some me time or whatever. So I was reading, well, the topic I was looking up was, are women, black women, angry or bitter? That's what I was looking up, but I don't know if I had, I didn't find it. What it was, hold on. It was phrased in different type of, like something I never seen before, and I started to bypass this, right? And then I was like, no, I ain't gonna bypass this, because I had started reading a little bit of it. And I don't know why, but the story started sounding so familiar to me. So as I started reading the first couple of paragraphs, it sounded so familiar to me. It sounded like a story I knew or in my past life. So I want to get on here and just read it and share it with y'all if y'all ain't got nothing to do. So like I said, I was trying to find are black women angry and bitter. And then I ended up finding why angry. I'm going to have to cut this thing down. I thought I cut it off. Hold on, y'all. I was trying to find are black women angry and bitter, and it came up why the angry black woman needs to breathe. Permission to breathe and to express that anger is a complicated issue for most black women in the workplace. An expert is mindful, and breathe work offers support to handle those moments. So there's a place called Breathe Work, which is basically what I run here, where I have sessions and come here and talk and relieve myself in therapy and console myself and pray myself away. And I won't make this a negative thing. And this is where I'm starting to read, y'all. This is where the story felt like me in my past life or something. Now, I ain't going to say the whole story because I don't know the whole story, but I knew I was finna click off of it. And as I started reading it and getting deeper, it started sounding like somebody I knew. Like somebody I once was. In one of my recent breathwork workshops, a black woman who had risen through the ranks at a prestigious investment firm shared with me that her work environment was so toxic that she was debating whether to stick it out or to leave, even though she loved work itself. As tears rolled down her cheeks, she told me about an incident when she asked her younger white male direct reports to update the number for some important documents that would be released publicly. They felt like she was asking too much of them, even though this was a pretty standard request in her industry, and they proceeded to throw pens and balled up pieces of paper at her during the meeting. Yes, you read that correctly. They actually threw pens and pieces of paper at this woman who was their boss and refused to do the work. Even though she was very upset, this woman didn't respond to the disrespectful behavior during the meeting. Instead, she went to HR. She went to HR the next day to address the matter and get support. However, the guilty parties were out of the office. In fact, the entire team, all white males, including management, y'all know this mess was finna get stupid. Y'all already knew this stuff was finna get crazy. But y'all want to kick it with me and listen to this type of mess. Let me go back. Even though she was very upset, this woman didn't respond to the disrespectful behavior during the meeting. Instead, she went to HR the next day to address the matter and get support. However, the guilty parties were out of the office. In fact, the entire team, all white males, including the managing directors and partners, those above and below her seniority, were gone on a golf outing. Not only was she not invited, they didn't even bother to tell her they would be out of the office this day. It was as if she didn't exist. Her concerns about her subordinates' behavior were never addressed. Now ask yourself, if you were this woman, would you feel angry? Permission to be angry and then express the anger is a complicated issue for most black women in the workplace. Even in circumstances where her anger may be understandable, the threat of being labeled as, where'd it go? As the angry black woman when she dared to show any emotion is always present. And for most black women, avoiding this label isn't simply about wanting to be like that at her job. It's about survival. In a recent Harvard Business Review article, The Angry Black Woman Stereotype at Work, researchers found that people in organizations believe black women are more likely to have belligerent, contentious, and angry personalities and assumptions not as readily assigned to other men and women. This negative perception was found to be a unique phenomenon for black women, and researchers suggest when black women hourly express anger at work, her leadership and potential are called into question. Damn. As a result of this long-standing stereotype, black women know subconsciously that they are less likely to be afforded the same experience they have expressed emotion in workplace. While others may be praised for their passion, black women are chastised and penalized and for their perceived aggressiveness. This might cause us not to speak when we should. Whether that's making a complaint to the HR about mistreatment, negotiation deals on behalf of the company's interests, or simply countering someone's point in a meeting. It affects our job performance. It makes us more likely to play small. It limits our ability to be the best leaders we can be, and it ultimately stifles our contributions to the company where we work, negatively impacting our career trajectories and compensation. It can also severely impact our health. Not having an outlet for release of your anger and other negative emotions is toxic to your body. Enduring overt racism and microaggressions, such as having your complete questions not getting promoted or feeling invisible, can cause mental health conditions such as depression and anxiety, and has been connected to serious illnesses such as stress, high rates of heart disease, high blood pressure in African Americans. Mindfulness and breath work can help too. This is why I am so committed to working with corporations and organizations to bring these practices BIPOC employees. The simple act of breathing calms our nervous system when we feel like we are being attacked. Having tools to transcend feeling may not only save your job, but it also may save your life. This is true. I have to do these breathing techniques to keep from having a panic attack because of what people be doing. So black women, when you feel yourself getting angry, remember to breathe. Here's my framework to support your through your process. Be angry. It's okay to be angry. So go ahead and feel the feels. As a human being, you are allowed to experience this emotion. So take a moment and acknowledge that you are angry without judging yourself for it. Let go of how you are supposed to feel. That says this doesn't mean you have to go off every time you're upset. Know that you still get to decide how and when you want to release the anger in a space that feels safe, comfortable, and more supportive to you. That was B. R. Release the anger with your breath. There's a breathing technique I use for anger called Breath of Fire, which I share more about in my upcoming book, Black People Breathe, Penguin Random House 2023. In addition to releasing anger, this technique releases toxins and chemicals from the body cells in your body, boosts your immune system, delivers more oxygen to the brain, which improves your ability to focus much more. Yeah, because I'm just now starting to learn how to let this stuff out because I have been holding everything in. E. Elevate your heart rate. Oh, did I tell you I got this off of Essence? I'm reading this off of Essence. Elevate your heart rate. This could be exercising, running in place, dancing around your favorite song, or other ways of moving your body that feels good to you. The burst of energy not only gets your body moving, but also prevents the negative emotions from festering within. A. Accesses, and act. Access and act. Once you have released anger with breath work and elevating your heart rate, you're more likely to have a clear mind so you can assess the situation apart from the emotions. Assess and act. Okay. And objectively and possible consider what course of action you think would be best to address this situation. This allows you to consider your options and make decisions from a calm, centered place rather than a triggered place. Once you decide, y'all, my reading getting better though, ain't it? Once you decide on your next move, acting might be speaking up or writing a letter or getting allies or sponsors to work. And remember that sometimes acting might mean deciding to do nothing for a form of self-care. That's okay too. T. Treat yourself. Do something fun that brings you joy. Let this be something you might not regularly do for yourself so it feels like a treat. This could be a spa day, planning a weekend trip with your girls, treating yourself to dinner, going to a concert to see your favorite artist. If it doesn't have to be expensive, but it feels special to you. H. Heal. Do the things that are soothing and nurturing for you. A bubble bath, a nature walk, journaling, meditation, and simply turning off your alarm and allowing yourself to sleep for once. Yoga is another powerful tool for healing, especially Yoga Nidra, which is the practice of deep relaxation, and restorative yoga, which involves slower movements that encourage you to be one with your body and your emotions. Healings offer time and space and reflect to go inward. E. Enjoy the moments. Y'all, what is we spelling? I forgot what the hell we spelling. I'll figure it out in a minute. E. Enjoy the moments when we are finally feeling good. Make sure you really take the time to enjoy them. Savor every moment. Cherish it. You might even look in the mirror and say, I really feel great today. Allow yourself to really feel what it feels like to feel good so you can always get back to that place. You deserve it. Yeah, well, that's the end of that. But I got this off of Essence. Oh crap, how did I get off of there? Y'all know I can't work this phone. What was I on? Okay, Essence. Yeah, .com. Why the angry woman needs to breathe. Yeah. So I know this story. I know this woman here. I know this woman. I know her. Boy, do I know her. And that's the thing, like, a lot of things that I knew in my past life, I'm starting to know now. or meet them now, but in a different form. Like, I'm in a different form. Like, I'm in my body and I done transformed. You know, I done elevated up there. They in a different form. Like, they don't look the same when we departed. You see what I'm saying? Like when the story got cut off. So y'all, like people from my past, like that I had past lives with, like they coming back around and I'm getting in touch with them like they get in touch with me. Like we recognize each other even though we in different forms. But at some point we was a couple. We was lovers. We was neighbors. We was friends. We was like all these different. I'm coming full circle. Yeah. I'm going to bed, Joe.